So we've got a ton of Anthem news and updates to go over today about the demos that you can go hands-on with for Anthem. One of them is going to be free, does not require a pre-order, and that is going to be February 1st through the 3rd. You'll just download it without pre-ordering it from whatever platform you're on, so that's good news. A lot of you guys were asking me, Robbie, how do I play this game for free? I don't want to pre-order it. I want to try it before buying it. So there you have that. But also there is a pre-order version, the VIP demo, which you get early access to the demo. I'll talk about that in just a moment. But also we have responses from Bioware about what we can be expecting from this demo. So some cool stuff there. Now, remember, I am doing a huge Anthem giveaway. If you want a chance to win Anthem on either PS4, Xbox One, or PC, be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notification icon, see that description for details, and follow my new Anthem fan page to stay constantly in the know about all things Anthem. But yes, welcome back, my fellow freelancers, to Open World Games. We've got a lot of news to talk about, so let's do this. So again, remember, the version of the demo where it does not require the pre-order is February 1st through the 3rd. I went over that real quick at the beginning. It's going to be dubbed the Open Demo. It's free. So that's really cool they are doing that, because I know, a lot of us are super apprehensive about pre-ordering games, especially after the fiascos in 2018 with a lot of the live service games. So there's that option. Now, there is the pre-order version, which is going to be the VIP demo. That's going to be a demo that takes place January 25th through 27th ahead of that Open Demo for pre-orders. Now, you can also get an in-game item showing that you were the first to play and stuff like that. But if you don't care about that sort of thing, just go for the Open Demo. But let's also check this out right here. This is a demo teaser image posted by, I think it was Mike Gamble out on Twitter. He is from Bioware. And yeah, we'll be able to actually explore Fort Tarsus, which is really cool. And hopefully check out some of the vendors and some of the gameplay inside of Fort Tarsus, which of course I'm showcasing this right here. It's first person in Fort Tarsus, third person when you go out and do missions in the open world. But this is where you will really, visit vendors and then also do your upgrades, unlock your new weapons, take a look at your javelins and stuff like that. So I'm super hyped to get into Fort Tarsus a little bit more. And then also interact with NPCs, do the story stuff. So I'm curious to see how good this story is, because, I hope that it's actually really good. Alright, so the big question is, why are they doing an open free demo? So this was the answer by Mike Gamble out on Twitter. He's from Bioware again. He says, had a few people ask me about why we are doing an open demo. This is why. Your money is hard-earned. Games are an investment. We think it's fair you get to try before you buy. The entire campaign has been one of transparency, and we think Anthem is cool to watch, but awesome to play. So, the one thing that I do want to see is how exactly the microtransactions are going to be working with this game. So hopefully we get to see that from the open demo as well, and experience everything that this game has to offer. But yeah, let's dive into some more questions and answers related to the actual demos here. So let's see what Twitter had to say about this. So Adamus says this: hey Mike, I'm seeing some confusion about the VIP demo and early access. Am I right in saying that the VIP demo is unlimited while early access is only 10 hours? And Mike Gamble says, VIP is just a demo, a section of the game. EA Early Access is the whole game, but for 10 hours. So remember, there is going to be, when it comes to the full version of the game, if you're part of Origin Access, you'll be able to play it ahead of the actual release for about 10 hours. So there's several different various ways where you can actually play the game early. So just keep that in mind. So that's how it has been for a lot of EA titles since Origin Access has been revealed. And it's kind of a nice feature too, being able to play those games a little bit earlier. But also the next question comes from Diesel. He says, so how many vendors are we going to see in the demo? And this is what Mike Gamble had to say about that. Many things in the demo are locked. You'll click on it and you'll get a picture of Dennis Nendry. So there's that answer there. So yeah, remember that stuff is going to be locked in the demo. You're not going to be experiencing absolutely everything, but it looks like we're going to be able to experience quite a bit from what I understand. I did see some tweets out there indicating that we'd be able to experience, I think it was like 5 levels of gameplay. You'll be able to play around with all of the javelins, so that's cool to know. And then mess around with actually looting stuff, the weapons, and things like that. So, seems like it's going to be a pretty extensive demo for sure. And that's something I'm pretty excited about to get my hands on with that. And I'll keep you guys updated with new gameplay and stuff like that. So, look out here on the channel for that. All right, next question comes from Chris Kringle, who says, how exactly will we be able to download the VIP demo for Anthem precisely on Xbox? The site says it's to just download it off the Microsoft Store. But when I searched for it, it didn't appear. And this is what Mike Gamble had to say about that. It'll be up a few days before. So it sounds like they're going to be having a preload period before the demo, is playable. So I will have those dates for you when they become available. So stay tuned for that. It's always nice to know when you can actually preload the demos and game before they actually release. So you're not stuck sitting there downloading it when you should be playing it. So again, look out for updates and news about that one. Alright, so Unknown Napkin says this. Love that Anthem is IGN's Game of the Month, but I have one question. Why is Mattias allowed outside of the city without a javelin or at least an escort? And he is, of course, one of the characters in the game. And then Michael Gamble says this. Good question. When you meet him, you'll see what kind of person he is. You'll get to know him well in the demo. So that's cool. It looks like we're going to be having some story elements in the demo as well. So it seems like, one thing that Bioware has been pushing with this game is that they say that although this game is going to be a shared, live service type game experience, very much dedicated to co-op experience and multiplayer and stuff like that, they want Fort Tarsus here to be an area where you can kind of have a single player instance experience in a hub space, talk to characters, and I'm curious to see how well this is going to work. There's going to be, multiple choices for dialogue options, I guess, divergent paths with the story as well. So yeah, that's going to be something that we're going to be checking out, hopefully in the demo. I'm curious to see how extensive this actually is with the story. I'm hoping that the story is actually good. It would be nice to have, an open world game that is kind of like a, live service game, have an actual good story with it. Oh yeah, we just put the Interceptor into its ultimate ability. Look at this light show. Okay, so moving on, let's go on to the next question here. From Fernando, he says, all right, thanks, appreciate it. Another question, if you don't mind, if you know, will my VIP demo data carry over when the game launches on the 22nd, or will no data carry over? That's a really good question. And the answer is no, it won't carry over. So don't expect any of your progress that you make in the demos to carry over into the full game. Kind of a bummer, I know, but hey, maybe you'll make a mistake or something with progressing, I don't know, and then you'll be able to fine-tune your experience in the full game when you start out. All right, now it's time to go over your top comments. You guys had some comments to my recent Anthem gameplay that I revealed. I was flown out to Sweden by EA to check out Anthem, and that's how I got this gameplay. So this is going to be interesting. Let's do this. I'm going to try to reply to as many as possible. So Jeff says this. I like your channel, but I'm always apprehensive to listen to any video with the EA Game Changers watermark. That usually means it is a paid sponsored video by EA, and in term, any criticism is super mild as to not risk future sponsored video. So I get where you are coming from with that. Now, we were told we could be super honest and open about our opinion with Anthem, and of course that it's work in progress, blah, blah, blah. But overall, I enjoyed the game, but I am still very worried about the microtransactions. We have not seen that at all. So that could be the one thing that it has ruined so many games in the past. If they don't get that right perfectly, it will ruin this game. So it's going to be, microtransactions are going to be tied to the cosmetics, of course. But again, if it's too grindy, that will hurt the game big time. So that's my big concern. I'm hoping with these demos, we can finally see the microtransactions in action and judge if they are a problem or not. Now, they're doing the microtransactions for the free DLC. We'll see what happens with it, but I'm still apprehensive. But yeah, you know, the sponsored video, you know, sponsorships and stuff like that, it's the hotel and the trip are paid for, and, you know, anymore, I'm also with you. I'm apprehensive about, you know, live service games and stuff like that. A lot of people are, so hopefully it would be nice if they actually got one right, but we will see what happens. I'll keep you guys up to date and in the know regarding this game, you know, positive or negative, whatever it is, so stay tuned. All right, so the next comment comes from Dylan, who says, I'll wait a few weeks after launch and see how people feel. Yeah, so I hear you on that one. So it's good to know that they're offering that open demo so that you can actually try it. But again, if the microtransactions aren't really present in the open demo, you know, maybe wait and see how they handle the microtransactions in the full game. So yeah, I'll keep you up to date on how they handle anything related to the microtransactions. All right, Adam White says, the game does seem to have a few of its own unique features with the flying javelins and whatnot, but I really can't help but see a lot of Destiny in the gameplay footage I've seen so far. I'm not sure there's a market for a game like this, but based on how quickly I got bored with Destiny, I don't see myself getting into this one. Kind of a shame because I'm a huge fan of past Bioware titles, but that seems to be the case with a lot of these EA-controlled developers these days. Here's to hoping that Dragon Age and Mass Effect truly aren't dead. So yeah, those franchises aren't dead. They confirm that they're working on those. But yeah, I get your concern that the game would become redundant and repetitive over time. So we have to see how they handle the strongholds and then the 6 difficulty settings. So that's going to be, I guess, where a lot of the replayability is going to come with this game. So again, it's going to just take until, I think it's going to take like a week or a few weeks until after the game releases to really judge and see, you know, what happens here with that. So, yep, I'll keep you updated on that one. JL says, it looks a bit clunky and boring. So one thing I know for sure, this game is not clunky. So this game, I have controlled this game and in, you know, at E3 and then also, you know, at the Sweden event recently. And I could say that it really has tight controls. I was on PC, of course, playing with a controller, and it's still really, I really love the controls. So that's one thing I will say that's definitely a positive about the game, and it's a gorgeous game, and there's no doubt that the Frostbite engine is gorgeous. All right, next up we have Paul, who says, what worries me a whole lot is all the damage I see. 100 to 200 per shot on an automatic rifle, and that is 6 hours or something. It will just end up with a complete bullet sponge. Enemies and weapons dealing tens of you know, thousands of damage to enemies with a few million hit points. I get your concern. That was actually some of our feedback about the game as well. And they took that feedback and, yeah, they were like, oh, okay, they were aware. They had a whole group of, you know, gamers in there giving feedback about that sort of thing. So I think the game will have, you know, patches after release, and they're going to be hopefully hyper-focused on the critical feedback about the game going forward. But, yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens, guys, at launch. You know, there's been a lot of live service games, you know, in 2018, and you guys know how a lot of those went at launch. So, here's cross my fingers that, you know, that Bioware and EA this time around are super hyper-focused on what's going on with the gaming industry, because we need to get out of this slump for sure. But, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more Anthem and open world gaming goodness, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.